Happy Sunday Fun Day, Draft Crafters. It's Dan, it's JP, and that was a sad pop.
And I don't think it popped.
Try again. Give me a pop. That's better. All right. There's a bunch of other
Maybe
noises
it did, and we just didn't get it. Because I hit the chord.
Yeah, you did. But it's okay. You still got the pop sound in there.
By the way, I feel like now I have to explain this weird little bottle that nobody on planet Earth has ever seen with JP's handwriting and masking tape. It was because it was one of my favorite bottles that I've ever had. Well, here's the thing. I think I've said it on the show a ton. I'm not, sorry, Jack Daniels. I'm not a big fan of Jack Daniels bourbon.
Right.
But they have the best rye on planet Earth. To me. They just do. Crazy thing, talking out of both sides of my mouth now, this rye drinks like a bourbon. It's the twice barreled, you can see it right here. It's the twice barreled Heritage Rye from 2023. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely phenomenal. I never thought I'd find another bottle again. I did. I don't want to open it for the show. But the reason the remaining bit that I had from the original bottles in a small one is because I truly believe in the flavor changes not just based on the amount of oxygen in the bottle.
Right.
Like when people freak out about resealing it, I think we said that on the show before. I think like even if a bottle, like if I had a bottle this big and it was down to here and I resealed it, it's still going to change.
Right, exactly.
It's about the amount in there. So if it's one I really like a lot, I put it in smaller bottles and I put this little fake foil on there to seal it myself.
Sure.
But I got a backup, so we got to pop it.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to start with.
Yeah.
How much do you want, Chief?
Well, yeah, put me like half ounces, okay? I need to drive after this, so and not right away. But so just welcome, by the way, to JP's. JP's basement, where he does his show from all the time. I'm here because I was hanging out with the pups.
It's the brightest it's ever been.
Right. Well, you were doing some fun stuff with the fam, but as you can see behind him back there, that's where we're at with the bourbon wall. And when we get the chance to get together, we're gonna get together, and we're gonna have some bourbon today. We had some beer beforehand. I finally got to try the two Three Floyds ones that you had.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little later on.
And we have a clear winner.
Cheers. We do have a clear winner. Cheers to bourbon and to buddies and to basements.
By the way, Glencairns are the best for bourbon, but these little ball mason jars are fantastic.
They're cute, yeah. If you got to do one, you don't have the other. And this is the fun part. I mean,
dude, that nose is incredible.
It is. It's very good. And it doesn't have, because again, we talk about rye having, and again, we're gonna be mixing football with bourbon today in the best way. It's
going to be steady throughout.
Right? But the ryes have, the more of that like spicy note to it, but you don't get that on the nose.
Sips like
you don't get that on the nose.
I don't want to tell you my tasting notes. I want to hear yours.
Dude. No, it does though. Yeah, because usually I'm expecting like the bite from a rye to come in late. And
I think the rye and the spice is up front.
Yeah.
And then it goes into this like marshmallowy campfire, vanilla sweetness. And
then it just sort of glides out on the back end.
And it doesn't have like a syrupy viscosity. Like I don't know.
Like it clearly is not. Like it's clearly not like thicker than a normal drink, but it drinks thicker than a normal drink.
I enjoy it. I love this one. But you got to admit, because I don't think you're a diehard Jack Daniels person either. And it seems like a lot of the world, like you go to a lot of the YouTube like whiskey channels, everybody's like Jack Daniels pumping out the best stuff on earth. I'm like, their ryes, yes, I agree with the ryes.
Right. Well, and again, we've been pointing out how contrarian we are with all the football-related things. We do the same thing with the bourbon. It's fine.
It's fine.
We've got to help everybody.
It's good.
We got to help everybody understand that there's another way to do things. And I tell people, it's like, look, you like what you like. There's nothing wrong with whatever your palate wants. But also, you might like what you like because you haven't had better things yet.
Yeah.
And that's not wrong. Yeah. But that's our job is to help expose people to the better stuff.
We could go down a rabbit hole on that. But I remember getting like into bourbon like early on. You know what I mean? And like I thought I liked Knob Creek.
Sure.
Early on.
Right.
Then I started having other things. I'm like, it's not.
It's all right. It's there. Well, again, you talked about this earlier. Right before we started this, we had a little sipper of Four Roses, single barrel, right?
Single barrel.
Was something. That was something that's your sipper bottle now to get your palate ready.
Yeah, you got to warm up. You have to wake your tongue up, everybody.
Right.
But you got to let it know what it's getting into, especially if you're doing high proofers. Because if you you can take your favorite high proofer, and if you just start with that, you're gonna be like, whew, that's harsh and not like it. But if you warm it up, you're like, oh man.
I cannot remember which episode it was, dude, but the one where you started with the 60%er and just burnt your tongue just about was so funny.
Yep.
I love that.
Forgot to warm up.
But again, this one's a fun one to start with. But the point
so
I was making,
we're going lowest to highest.
Right.
Just the two.
We're doing 50s and 50%ers and 60s. Yeah.
And we're doing big dogs today.
Exactly. But that's the thing, too, is like, right, the Four Roses you're talking about, that's a bottle that a lot of people would put as like a higher level one for them. And not, you and I aren't huge Four Roses fans. He'll come back in the screen eventually. You and I aren't huge Four Roses fans, right? We appreciate them, but we're not going nuts about them. Whereas other people, they love it. But that's the point. The beauty of bourbon is everybody can love different things based off of what your palate likes.
Yeah.
So,
Which is why I always encourage people to taste stuff, find somebody online, whether they're videoing it or writing about it, whatever it is. Find the person that their palate aligns with you.
Right.
Then you don't have to go out and buy everything and learn the hard way and regret buying something. And you still will once in a while. But if you find someone, if your palate's similar,
right,
most times it's going to be a hit.
Like, you don't want to spend $80 on something you're not going to enjoy.
Correct.
Right. I mean, it's just that's
it will
across
happen.
the board.
It will happen.
Right. But I'd rather do that with a $5 beer than an $80 bottle of bourbon.
Yeah. Except for you had me freaked out about a $500 beer the other day.
But
I was like, what?
Now, yeah. So for those of you who have paid attention to what we're doing, New Holland is a distillery brewery that's in Holland, and then obviously in Grand Rapids as well. And they have their like Dragon's Keep club sort of thing that you can be a part of. And if you are a part of it, they give you. I don't think you have to pay on top of the club. I think the club includes it. I'll have to clarify, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You get like 2 bottles of bourbon and 2 beers that are only for club members. But it's also like $500 a year. So,
but you didn't explain it. You just said it's $500. Like, what?
You're like, how much is the bourbon? $8,000?
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's not. And this also wasn't $8,000. Do you remember roughly what you paid for the JD? Roughly.
The first bottle that I got at the MSRP. MSRP I think was 65, so I got a little higher. I think I was like 75, 80 to buy the backup because I had to rewind time 3 years.
Yeah,
the price goes up.
Yeah.
I did pay, I think it was like 110.
Okay.
For this one, but this I don't mind doing it. If you really like, I think it's probably worth like 80.
Okay.
What would you say? I think it's like an $80 to $90 bottle.
I would agree with that.
So to know that if there was something you loved that you were like, I'll probably never find it again, it's $20 over what it's worth, you're going to pay it.
Right, exactly. I mean, again, if something you're not going to find again, you pay more than that a lot of the time, too. So we will be going through all the other 3 of these bottles, and we'll talk a little more about the beer as well. But we have entered that fun time of year for us where we don't have, because, again, we talked about this, we aren't going to be giving people updates on training camp and on 5 trades that could shake up the league if it happens. Yeah. It's all just filler for... This is about the only downtime that we have in the NFL calendar when you think about it. Like, it's the May to July window for us because we aren't daily beat writers.
Yeah.
But that's the point. So we got to have some fun with the window of time we have because we're not just taking 3 months off of this thing. And you came up with a great idea for this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was great at the time until we started exploring it. Maybe it's not. Who knows? But at the very least, it was fun. So basically, I can't wait to hear your rationale, how you went about it.
Yeah.
But it was like, what if there's so much realignment in college football and whatnot, and there has been some in the NFL in our lifetime, but it's been a while. Like, it's
a handful
rare.
Here and there, yeah.
But what if you realign the divisions based on whatever you think they should be? Now, that could be just based on geography. That could be based on historical rivalries. That could be based on just what teams you're the biggest fan of. I mean, it could be what you think would be a better rivalry. Like, let me give you an example.
Oh, okay.
Like, the biggest one for me, and it's probably changed a little bit, what I thought could have been one of the biggest rivalries, it probably is still in the conversation, at least like top 15 biggest NFL rivalries. The Niners and Raiders, which sucks because I have a soft spot for both teams.
Sure.
But those were every single time. That's a passionate game.
Right.
It's like the Battle of the Bay, and that
it was,
called it
back
forever.
when they were in Oakland.
Yeah. So like, they wouldn't call it one of the greatest rivalries because they're not division rivals. But if they were in the same division, then what?
Right.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be crazy. Yep. 100%.
So like, you can try to reimagine what would have been better rivalries. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try to balance all of that out.
Right.
in my rationale.
We used the baseline of like our 8-ish favorite teams.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's the best
that was
starting
kind of
point.
what we went with.
You figure out
you could go anywhere if you wanted to.
You figure out your 8 favorite teams and put them in 8 different divisions, and then you try to make the rest make sense. So it might not be the most perfect thing, but you had to figure out your 8 favorite teams, then go from there.
Exactly.
So we're probably going to start with our 8th favorite team and work up, right?
Yeah, and again, this is where it's going to differ.
Then you can make up what the AFC and NFC would be afterwards.
Right.
I don't
know.
I don't know if that matters.
Right. It's going to differ for you and I, obviously. We're going to try to do these one division at a time, more or less. So go ahead.
I guess I better get it up.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
You go first.
All right, well, I will start with what I ended up with my 8th favorite team, because here's what I found. I went through this.
I'm still nervous about who my 8th favorite team is.
Well, my 8th favorite team is not your 8th favorite team. You got them definitely higher than I do. But the San Francisco 49ers are my 8th favorite team. And I had to have them run a division because when I started trying to portion things out, because I wanted to make them more geographically make sense.
I did that to an extent.
But that's my point. You can't do squat.
You know what? I think I did it. I think I made it geographically make sense with every division except for like 2, and one's impossible because of where Seattle's at.
Let's see, that's my point. So I made this make sense because I kept the West Coast together, right? So I've got the Niners, I've got Seattle, and both LA teams. So the Rams and the Chargers are in the division together. Okay. So you can have the little SoFi Derby twice a year kind of thing, where one's the home team one week and one's the home team the next week. But yeah, those 4, because I was looking at everywhere
say them
else.
Again? So you did Seattle,
San Francisco,
San Fran, and LA.
Both LA teams, yeah. Okay. So I kept the whole coast and just said, you know what, you guys figure yourselves out. Because everywhere else, you couldn't fit them anywhere and still have it make sense without jumping time zones all over the place.
Oh, man. See...
But so San Francisco's my 8th.
I know my top 7 favorite teams for sure.
I think I got about 6 myself.
I really honestly didn't know who my 8th favorite team was.
Okay.
So,
where'd you get to?
What I did, because I didn't know, was I was like, if I had to move somewhere, where would I live?
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would not be San Francisco for me, by the way. No thanks.
Me either. But San Francisco, ironically, is in this division as a backup in case I decided I really didn't like this team.
I thought you have San Francisco
Fran's
in the top
not
8.
my top 8.
Really? Okay.
No, but I put them in this division. Because geographically it makes a little bit of sense. But we'll see.
Okay.
So I got 3 teams that I really like in this division, which makes sense because it's the 8th team. So why not have 3 that I kind of like?
Fair.
And the one I don't like. But anyways, so the team that I said for this division was the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Because I could live in the mountains in Colorado.
Yes. Well, and also you
I like horses, too. I grew
like
up
horses,
on a farm.
You like snow. You like other things that they do in
color
Colorado.
Scheme's good.
Yeah. That we don't
talk
about?
I put Denver in there. So I have Denver as the leader of the division.
Okay.
But then the other 2 teams that I like a fair amount, Seattle, because I could live there.
Sure.
And then San Fran, because I rooted for San Fran for a long time.
Maybe not live in San Fran.
When I was a little kid, dude, I would never live, maybe Northern California.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Northern California is different from San Francisco.
Right. But I'm never living in Santa Clara, I should say. And then the 4th team's Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
So I kept Denver, and which kind of broke my heart because I really wanted to keep KC with Vegas, but we'll get to Vegas later. But I got Denver, Seattle, San Fran, KC. I think that makes as much geographical sense as you can make it make sense with Seattle because they're out there.
Yeah, again, like I said, I put Seattle on the West Coast.
Because Denver, San Fran, and KC. Well, KC and Denver
they're close.
They're close,
right?
And San Fran. I mean, all those. There's
some
just as close as any
other. Right.
California.
Well, we'll have some conversations about that as we go. Because my next division, and I agree with you. I wanted to try to keep LA and Kansas City together because of the rivalries they've always had with the Raiders and Chiefs. There's been some great ones.
That one hurt to break
it didn't happen for me either. Ironically enough, we'll talk about that later, but I do have the Chiefs and Broncos in another division as well together.
Oh, so we kept that.
So we kept that together. But so Raiders are my 7th team, right? Which I know you got them higher.
Wait, I already forgot. Sorry. Who was 8
was San Francisco.
So you started with San Francisco.
Right.
Damn, San Fran's high.
Well, and again,
at least
San
I got
Francisco,
in the same division.
Yeah, San Francisco
I got him in
was
the 8 division.
San Francisco was 8 mostly because I needed to keep the West Coast together.
So you did it wrong. You literally have to pick your 8 teams and then figure it out.
I don't have an 8th team. San Francisco became it. So
I didn't either. That's fair.
San Francisco became it for default. I don't know if I like them or Seattle better because Seattle gets a bit annoying at times. And too much fluorescent green as well in their uniforms. But Raiders are 7. So here's my
That's
Vegas.
Really good.
Yeah, I know. I'm further down than you are. I've got less than
Well, I poured an ounce. You did a half ounce.
Right. Well, half and a half. Like 3/4 of an ounce, I think.
Yeah, I did
hang
a
little heavy.
Yeah.
But so Raiders, Cowboys, Cardinals, Texans.
Dude. Okay, I just got to jump in. I didn't do it, but it took me like 6 times to like do this.
Sure.
And I'd say at least 2 or 3 of the 6 times, I put the Raiders and Cowboys in the same division.
Sure. I wanted to put Kansas City in with the Cowboys, too, because you get the Red River rivalry thing going that Texas and Oklahoma have with Kansas City, and even though they're going to move into Kansas. But still.
That would be fun.
But yeah, so I went with that because that keeps them kind of compact, because Arizona's right there with Vegas and then the 2 Texas teams.
Are Dallas and Miami the 2 teams that make like the least sense geographically,
in their current
like
divisions,
current division?
Well, I mean, Miami is in the East. It's just the super
southeast.
southeast.
I'm just saying they're in the same division
Dallas
as New England, the Jets, and Buffalo.
Dallas is the most ridiculous one because they're in the East and they're in freaking Dallas.
Well, you take the name out of it. I'm just talking about its traveling purposes.
Oh no, Miami's a pain in the butt for them, no doubt. Yeah. Although those guys probably don't mind going there when it's cold in Buffalo. Fair. So fair. But yeah, so that group: Raiders, Cowboys, Cardinals, Texans. I think that works geographically.
Raiders, Cowboys.
I mean, you've got,
Cardinals,
obviously, right now, you've got 2 teams that are bad, 2 teams that are good in that division, so that makes it kind of fun. And it also basically makes Houston and Dallas have to fight each other for the division right now.
That's fair. Shoot. Team 7. I didn't write these in order, so I apologize. Team 7 for me. So I got to scroll up my list here. It's probably... Yeah, it probably is. It's the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, sure.
This is one of those ones, the division where I told you, like, it just having them be one of my 8 favorite teams.
Did it make
it was
complicated?
Really complicated based on what I really wanted to do, based on what I thought would be the best rivalries. So this division is a little messy, but it's kind of...
This is your wonky division?
Yeah, it kind of forms a U.
Okay.
In a way. Because, well, here's the thing. Tennessee is my favorite team in it, Team 7, obviously. But I also have Buffalo in there, which is just...
Okay.
That's the other end of the U.
Sure.
As you circle around. But then you'll catch this when I redo this. Not redo it. When I go through all this quite a bit. I am very passionate about... It's extreme. I understand it's a money thing, and you got to go to the markets where that are going to sell tickets.
Right.
But I just have always felt it's extremely selfish to have states with multiple teams.
Oh, okay.
When there's so many states that don't. So therefore, one thing I factored into mine is I was going to try to punish you, and if you got 2 teams in a state, well, you're going to the same division if I can.
Sure.
Sometimes it was tough if you had the states that have 3 teams.
Sure.
I get it.
I thought you were just going to say, it's like, well, you know what? We're moving you.
No, that'd be sweet,
That's
too.
a bit too much. We'll do that another time.
So it's the Titans and Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Right? And then I did Pennsylvania.
Oh,
I got
all right.
Pittsburgh and Philly.
Okay.
Which made me sad because I really wanted to put Philly in New England's division for quite a while, but this is just the way it worked out.
Right.
I don't think it and now that I'm thinking
weird,
about this out loud,
crazy.
Geographically, like I don't know that I should have factored any of that into this because it's only a matter of time before the NFL puts a team in Europe and whatnot, and like you already see what we talked about in our last episode about the MAC going to
Sacramento. Yeah.
So.
We're going old school here, man.
I know. I don't know that I should have factored it in. So it's fine. Go ahead.
All right. Next one for me is...
Oh, wait. We're already supposed to finish
Yeah, let's say we go with another one here. Next one for me, though, it's my 6th team is another one of your teams that I think is going to be in your top 6. It's the Tampa Bay Bucks. Probably higher than 6 for you.
It's way higher than 6.
So I decided to go and recreate kind of a South division.
You got Tampa Bay. The Niners were almost made it, and they maybe should have. They still could. Because I could flip them in Denver.
Right.
Who was the other one? Right. So we could. Ooh.
We have similar ones, but there's at least 2 on my list that will not be on yours. Don't
the Bears
worry.
will not be.
Exactly. And there's another one, too, will come up in a little bit.
Probably Philly.
Well, 3 then. So this one, though, with Tampa Bay, that was fun. It wasn't a pop, but it still worked. This one with Tampa Bay, I've got Tampa Bay. I went full on. I actually borrowed your idea. I went full on Florida. Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, and then I threw New Orleans in there as well. So Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans. So all of them can stay in, like, basically ball soup swamp weather for most of the year and be happy as they get their 8 games against everyone in the stupid heat of Florida.
I don't hate it, but I kind of hate it. Yes, I do this. It's a weird thing.
Sure.
I feel like if it's a bottle that hasn't moved in a little bit of time, I need to mix up the juices.
Go ahead. Slide that one over there. And, of course, now we're jumping into the
Colonel
E.H. Taylor. Yeah. E.H. Taylor, which is probably your favorite line, right?
E.H. Taylor barrel. Well,
now if you can tell, it's out there.
E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof is my all-time favorite. Like other E.H. Taylors, yes, I love them, but they're not the barrel. Oh, so good.
But
this
one
is the cured oat.
All right, which people are going nuts about right now.
This came out in 2015 or 16. Don't quote me on that. For only 1 year. That's it. Mm-hmm. And then just this year, they decide to make it again.
Yeah, run it
now,
back.
I don't think it's as old as it was.
Probably not.
It's not as old of whiskey as it was the first time around, but the process is still the same.
Right.
It's basically you take your barrel and you sit it outside and let it cure in the weather. I think they did it for like 26 months.
Fun.
Which, again, don't quote me on it. I think that's like a little over double normal what anyone does.
That makes me happy.
So you're supposed to get a lot more oaky vibes, which I did.
Sure.
I thought about, so when I did the first pour out of this, as you can see, there's a little bit gone. I thought about doing one of the things for the website and doing a little write-up on it. Dude, it was the one, I did over an ounce.
Do a little less for me, please.
Yep. Dude, I got like the strawberry rhubarb pie like thing.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
And I don't think I got it when I went back for my little second nip. But I'm telling you, I don't want to spoil everything, see if you taste it. But I totally get some sort of winey red fruit thing and a lot of oak in this.
Well, here's to the Colonel.
To the Colonel.
Again, you turned me on to Mr. Taylor, and I have appreciated it.
Oh, my gosh. Look at the legs on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Running down.
They're just hanging.
It is an oily one.
I love it. All right. And
do you just smell the red fruit?
Oh, yeah. No, it is. It's there. And the interesting thing is you don't get... You'd think you'd get a ton of oak, right, on the nose, and you don't.
No, dude, there's so much red, winey fruit on this.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
That's good.
Man, I kind of want to get, like, a Twizzler and just drink it through it.
It is so good.
It just feels like it's very strong with that. But, yeah. Even the aftertaste is good. Like, you know when you breathe back out a little bit? Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. The Colonel usually makes me happy, so I appreciate you sharing this guy. But yeah, it's 50%, right? It's bottled and bond, so it's right at that
every
midpoint.
single thing by E.H. Taylor outside of the barrel proofs are 100 proof. Mm-hmm. He invented the bottled and bond thing. They live by it, other than just the barrel proofs. So if you look, small batch, straight rye, single barrel, all of them cured oak, they're all 100 proof.
There you go. And yeah, this is yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you like better between that and the Jack?
I'll get back to you on that. It's a toss-up. They're different flavors.
Way different flavors. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm sitting by a fire, I think I'm going the Jack. Any other time, I think I'm going to go the Age.
Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. We've got... I did my 6th division. You need to do your 6th division before we take a break after the next one and talk a little beer, too.
Team 6 for me is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals.
Interesting.
Dude,
it's an Ohio team.
It's Kentucky in my heart. And they have the coolest helmets in the game. They just do. And those black and white unis, I factor in unis a lot.
That's great, yeah. The black and white's spectacular.
Oh, so good. So good.
Yep.
This one was one of the other like interesting divisions on how to like keep the rivals.
Sure.
So full on, Tennessee and Cincinnati were the last 2 divisions that I did, and they kind of just got what was left.
Yeah, fair.
So they were the 2 that I'm like, okay. But anyways, I do think this. Tell me I'm wrong. I really believe that if it were set up this way from the beginning, assuming the teams were good and there were battles, don't you think that Cincinnati and Indianapolis would have been hella rivals based on proximity?
Just because of location, sure. Yeah. It's like a 3-hour drive between two or something.
I put Cincinnati and Indy down side by side from the beginning, and then just went back and they got what was left later.
Just put them wherever you could,
That's where the division started.
Fair.
So the other 2 that ended up in there were Minnesota, because I kicked them out of Detroit's division, and you'll see why later, and I'll explain it.
Okay.
And Baltimore, because they still kind of, I miss them, and another one, and I kept them with Cincy. They're still, you know what I mean? But the
they've
base,
had some good fights lately.
Yeah, and the base of that division, to me, literally was Cincy and Indy. I just felt like they should have been together from the beginning.
Well, and again, one of the reasons why they weren't was because they were in freaking Baltimore for a while, right?
Also true. But, yeah, the relocations mess things up.
Yeah. If we wanted to reset, and that's kind of what we're doing today, is we're resetting these divisions. And so, yeah, that makes it kind of fun to go back through and reimagine how some of this stuff could go. Because, again, it used to be you had rivalries because you were close enough to play the other team.
And I think that's the way it should be.
Right.
And so if we did it the way it should be, it would not be this. You would do it all based on proximity.
Sure.
But like I said, the starting point, pick your 8 favorite teams, go from there.
Yeah,
so it got tricky.
Yeah, that did shake things up a bit.
Yeah.
So next team for me is I'm into my 5th division. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles come in. I really like this division. This division, I think, would be a lot of fun to watch and to play in and just mindset and just right? Because I've got Philly, Cleveland, Cincy, Pittsburgh. So 3 teams from the north and Philly in there, which is just Pennsylvania versus Ohio throwing down. And then obviously versus each other.
It could be fun,
too.
But
it could be a lot of fun.
Still made me upset.
All of them are in snow.
I'll tell you why later.
For now, they're all outdoor stadiums. Obviously, Cleveland's building a dome because they're a bunch of punks. But that's 4 snowy teams that in November and December, those are going to be fun games. Mm-hmm. All right, then. Why do you not like it?
You'll find out later.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But again, I feel like that one made sense geographically.
You did something in there, which the whole point of this exercise, where it started.
Okay. All righty then.
Stay tuned.
Foreshadowing.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, who's 5th for you before we talk about beer?
That is the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do it. I think it's
Dad's fault.
I think it's literally my dad's favorite team. I always ask him why, and he can't ever really answer other than just he loved Dan Marino.
Yeah, I was about to say he probably.
So I always assume when Dan Marino was done, kind of like he became like because my dad follows quarterbacks.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So via me, he became a huge Tom Brady fan.
Right.
But he was totally done with the Patriots once Tommy was done.
Right.
I'm the opposite. I was Patriots before Tommy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Tommy was just like the cherry on top.
Exactly.
But he's totally done with the Patriots. He couldn't care less.
Well, it's also
but he
in the
is
same
kind of
division.
warming up to Drake May a little bit.
Well, it's also the same division as his fish, though. So.
Yeah, but what's crazy now, though, and shows you how my dad really is more about following the quarterback he likes rather than the team.
Yeah.
It seems like he'll always follow Miami 1, Detroit a little bit number 2, but then just quarterbacks no matter where they're at if he likes them, because currently his favorite quarterback's Josh Allen.
Oh, all right.
Which
so,
is probably mine, too.
Yeah, fair.
So.
Well, because you've been on him since he was in college. So.
Yeah, because we had the bet before he was even drafted.
Yeah, Josh Allen might be the ultimate my guy when it comes for you, when it comes to where he started versus where he's ended up.
I fought with everybody about
Josh Allen.
Josh
It was
Allen.
so much fun. I loved it.
Even Brad, he's like, he's so inaccurate. I'm like, dude, he
was.
Puts the ball on the money. Somebody, like, he can do it. The coach just needs to get him to do it consistently, and he can do it.
I just know that, remember from that draft, my guy still got more MVPs.
He does.
For now.
But who would you take for your starting team, Lamar or Josh?
Oof, probably Josh because he doesn't get hurt as much.
Yes.
And Lamar is a bit prickly. He's a bit of a prickly customer.
It's the correct answer.
Respect the heck out of his game, though.
Miami. So this is where I start to get into, like, real, like, I can explain why I did what I did. Okay. Where the other ones were the kind of like the leftovers, and I backed myself into that corner. You know what I mean? So Miami, I went into this going, I 100% want to put Atlanta with Miami because Miami's not going to have any of the same opponents because it didn't make any damn sense, right? There is not, and I didn't feel like any of the rivalries were like super strong. Nobody freaks out. Like my dad's a Miami Dolphins fan, I just said he likes Josh Allen, he likes Tom Brady. Clearly,
the only thing that seemed to go with Miami was the fact that New England could never win in Miami for some reason. That was like the only weird like hiccup, but otherwise, no, it didn't fit.
So I knew I wanted to go Atlanta. Right. Everybody talks about the whole Florida-Georgia line. Like, I like when I was my senior trip in high school, we went to the bar Florida-Bama.
There you go.
You know what I mean? That's where it goes right through the damn bar. Like that, like it's fun. And they had karaoke battles.
But you could
from
do that
Florida versus
because
Georgia.
You were 18, you could slide in there, or they just didn't care.
Oh, you had fake IDs.
Whoops! Statute of limitations is done by now. Okay. You're fine. You're good.
Thanks. Plus, I had a goatee.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
Nobody questioned it. But anyways, so
and you're probably already thinning with the hair a little bit too. So.
I knew I wanted to go Florida, Georgia.
Sure.
Okay. But then I was like, what else do I do? And you know what it literally came down to? Is I couldn't put all 3 teams in there. I couldn't. Dan did. I couldn't because Tampa Bay is one of my teams, and so was Miami. Therefore, they had to be in different divisions.
I had the same struggle with some other teams.
Right. So Jacksonville can go in there.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, Jacksonville, Atlanta with Miami.
Right. But then
what else makes the most sense? And it's like, dude, geographically it makes sense, and the birthday is the same. Jacksonville and Carolina.
Okay.
Because they're expansion
at the same
together.
time, right? Yeah.
Right. You like that division, don't you?
I like mine better, but yours is still good.
It's fun.
You're right. Exactly. All right. So before we get into the second half of the divisions, how about some thoughts on the cured oak now that you've tried it again?
Dude, I think I stand by what I was saying. Like if it's fall and I'm sitting by a fire, I want this.
Sure.
Okay. But I also could totally do this at the same time too.
I feel like you can do this anytime.
Yes. Any other time of the year though, I think I'm maybe going the cured oak.
It's got, like you said, and maybe you tipped me this way, but I do agree with you. Like the red fruit note that it's got is pretty strong in a good way. Like first off, I don't think I've ever had a bad experience with the kernel, so I'm not worried about that from that standpoint. But the flavors coming through on this, it's so well balanced. Nothing
and
punches
it just swirls. Like it keep coming. Exactly. It's like a merry-go-round. You get a flavor and then it goes away and then it'll come back. But as it goes away, you're picking up a different flavor.
Right.
And it's just you're hitting it. I don't know. It's fun.
I can tell you that I'm pleased. And I understand why people spend stupid amounts of money.
I might have to sneak this one over so Josh can try it. Because it seems like everybody in our group
I think he wants to try it and not want to pay for it to try it.
No, I'd let him try it for free. But he literally texted me, he goes, I'd pay $50 to try an ounce of that.
Well, all right, we probably need to do that. But
I'm not going to charge him $50 to try an ounce of that.
You could. I think you should.
We'll see if he behaves himself.
Right, we'll see where the night takes you. Be like, look, it's starting at 0. Depending on how much you are ridiculous, it goes up.
The more he talks about politics, the price is going to go up.
And we want to point out, we're not picking sides. We just think all politics are dumb.
Yep, that's why I don't like talking about any of them.
That's why we talk about booze and football.
I also don't know anything about them. Right. I just know I don't like them.
But speaking of booze,
yes,
not bourbon
beer.
related. We had some beer today.
Yes.
So you told me.
I've already reviewed them.
Right.
So you go ahead.
Well, you told me after trying the War Mullet from Three Floyds and the Panzer Wolf that I needed to try them because you rated both of them at like a 3.5, right? A 3.75, something like that?
3.75.
Both of them 3.75. And so I grabbed
I did
one
find
of each.
a definitive winner now that I've had them back to back and not weeks apart.
Right, and we did that right before the show while we were grabbing some steak. It was slightly overcooked, but it's okay.
Slightly overcooked because we're talking too damn much.
Yeah, it's the problem. If you can tell.
Podcast, guys.
Whoops. But yeah, so we're trying both of them. We tried the War Mullet first because that's what you did first, and then we did the Panzer Wolf. And I think we both agree. We both like both of them.
Yes.
They're both very solid.
Yeah.
But the War Mullet's a little better.
If they're both there, I would never buy the Panzer Wolf over the War Mullet.
No, but you'd want to put the War Mullet...
If the War Mullet's gone, I'd happily buy.
But you'd want to put the War Mullet in the Panzer can.
Yeah, the can art and the name's infinitely better.
100%, yeah. But
there's...
The Mullet had... Because, again, they're both... Like, the Mullet's a double, the Panzer's an Imperial. It's kind of the same thing-ish, but not quite, right? But the Wolf did such a good job... Sorry, the Wolf. The Mullet did such a good job of being a double that wasn't going too far down the sweetness route.
Too sweet, too malty.
Didn't get too malty, exactly. So, but I will say, it almost looked a tiny bit hazy. Like, they were kind of...
Yeah, they flirted with it.
They're sort of towing the line.
I thought the Panzer Wolf looked more hazy than the Mullet, but they both were teetering.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I crushed, and I didn't know it. You're the only witness of it.
Yeah.
But I crushed-ish. I don't know if I can say crushed it.
There
was a note that I picked up as soon as we got the Panzer Wolf, and I was like, dude, there's almost something like lactosey,
sweet and creamy
in this one that's throwing me off a little bit, and I think I like the Mullet better for sure.
Yeah.
That's it. Doesn't even make sense when you say it out loud.
Well, I mean, you wish you had a Mullet.
I think I know it for sure.
Yeah. Right?
But
that's the thing, though, because then I'm reading the side of the can, it says dextrose sugar.
And I forgot what it says. So that's kind of, it's in that wheelhouse.
It definitely fits in there.
I'll take it as a...
But here's what we will tell you. The nice thing, Three Floyds has gotten, at least regionally here in the Midwest, is a beer that you can find. Because, again, it's based in Indiana. You can find it in some places. If you can find Three Floyds, try it. You're going to most likely find, like, the gumball heads, the stuff like that. But if you can find it, and you can find these guys, again, the War Mullet, or if you're anywhere near where they are in Fort Wayne, War Mullet and the Panzer Wolf, both two very good choices. What is our next bottle there, sir?
We are going to do, it's the last two are both technically Wild Turkey, but the next one is Russel's Reserve Single Rickhouse. Okay. This is a 2024. It's Camp Nelson B.
The place.
What?
To get the good stuff, right, Camp Nelson?
Camp Nelson is where you want the juice from.
There's your public service announcement for today. Yes. You've told me that because what is it, the Kentucky Spirit or whatever that they make that's also like the one that is cheaper, but if you get the right Rickhouse, you're getting some good juice in
This is a $55, $60-ish bottle, okay? And you never know where it's going to come from. There's this little tiny spot. Right
like
there.
You're showing me, right? But yeah, it's on the label.
So it's right there. It's a little stamp they put on there.
Just pause and zoom in.
It can be, they got like the Leroy one. I want to say. Don't quote me at the names of the Rickhouses, but the one that says if it starts with a CN, go ahead and get that one because usually there's so much more complexity. Like it's so good. There's different letters. Just look for the CN. This is CND. So again. This is going to be a $55, $60 bottle that's probably going to sip like a $90 to $100 bottle.
Go. Yeah, there's your value
just
bourbon.
To put it in perspective, when they tell you it is what it is and it's printed in bigger letters, the MSRP quickly becomes like, I don't know, like $400.
It's something silly.
Yeah.
Something silly.
Stupid.
Yeah. But we're not drinking the Wild Turkey right now. I just want to point that out as something that
you
can find. Well, right.
This is Wild Turkey. Now I got a lot of turkey going on. Feels like Thanksgiving around here.
Yeah, there you go. I'm down with that too. But yeah, so the Russels, by the way, my favorite Russels bit is still. I remember when I stopped by there when I was looking for bottles. One of the times I was cutting through Kentucky, I was talking to one of the guys who told me whoever it was that was distilling. It's probably 3 years ago now. Whoever it was that was doing the master distilling does not like rye. So the Russell's rye is the lowest possible content rye.
No, the kid likes it.
There's one of them. I don't remember which one it is.
It's not the grandfather. It's the father. The father doesn't like them.
It's just like 51% rye, basically.
Flipping the names. Is that Jimmy?
I don't remember. I just know
Jimmy's
that I got it. Yeah, I just know I got a kick out of that because again, our buddy Josh, that used to be one of the roommates, is not a huge rye fan either. He loves the wheated bourbons, which again, that's the palate thing. That's why it's fun to have different people with different flavors. But so I had him try that one. He's like, I don't mind this much because it's barely rye, right? But now we've got a different one.
Which is kind of how that Jack was.
Exactly. But this Russell's though. This is from Camp Nelson.
Yeah, Camp Nelson B. It's 120 proof, so we just jumped up from 100 and 100.
We jumped 10% in
to
the alcohol.
120.2. So
yeah, that's a jump. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers to more than half alcohol in here. There you go. Little clinkety clink clink. Dude, you gotta do the tap. I'm sorry. It's like a superstition. Okay.
Such a different. All three of these are so different.
That's a very different vibe. Because there's none of the red fruit type stuff, right?
There's a lot of earthy, spicy vibes in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can because that's my thing too. Is because
I'm clacking a lot.
Yeah,
sorry,
I drink
I taste it. Right.
Sorry. Well, I drink Scotch, which you don't very much. And Scotch has.
I have a single malt.
You do have a single malt, which is not Scotch, but it's still American single malt, right? Which again points to Jack Daniels for doing that well as well. Because
apparently Jack just should make bourbon for me.
For you, right?
They can do rye and single malts.
Well, one of these days we get to be a big enough deal to where Jack actually knows who we are. That you can collaborate with him on something. It'll be great.
Might get mad at me.
Yeah, right.
I appreciate feedback. Fun. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. But point is, this one is because again, a lot of the bourbons are different from the Scotches because Scotch has that.
This one too.
I'm saying Scotch has that earthy note on some of the Scotches, and some of them it's only the earthy note. If you get some of the Isla ones that are the peaty ones, but this guy has. And I find myself kind of almost breathe tasting through it, right? And that this one makes me want to do that.
Yeah. Long story short, all three of these are fantastic. But again, they're supposed to be. These are all big dogs.
Right, and not just from the proof standpoint.
Yeah.
Some people say big dog because it's
very sought after.
Yeah, exactly. These are all bottles that you have found that I would be paying a lot of money to try to find myself. So I'll come back to this guy again after another couple divisions, but I'm going to let you take the lead now with your fourth favorite team.
Fourth favorite team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There you go.
Dang, didn't I crack? Oh, yeah. Because I cracked the joke.
So Miami, Tampa, 4 or 5. Fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was the joke?
Because, then it's about the next team. Mm-hmm. So Dallas is the next team that I wrote down here. But I originally had Dallas with the Raiders.
Right.
But when I looked, like I was struggling with this division with Tampa because I knew I was cutting out Miami and Jacksonville. So what do I do with Tampa?
Right.
Now, the one thing I knew I wanted to do with Tampa, the starting point was Tampa and New Orleans. Because I knew I was going to put Atlanta and Carolina somewhere else. But I needed to keep New Orleans there. And then I was basically like looking at like the Gulf.
Right.
So I went Tampa, New Orleans, Houston, and Dallas. And I get Dallas
so
a little bit off.
We both had Dallas and Houston in a division. I went further west. You went further east.
And again, if you got 2 teams in a state,
right,
I'm going to try to put you, or 3, I'm going to try to stick you together. It's selfish. I'm sorry.
But that's exactly. It's like just
because there's still some cities out. Oklahoma City.
Well, I mean, hey, look,
Portland,
they got a basketball
Oregon.
team. They got a basketball team.
Salt Lake City.
They got a hockey team.
I know, but couldn't they support an NFL team? Why do we have to have all these
I don't know,
teams?
man. I'm not sure if the Mormons like football.
Brigham Young does very well.
They do very well, yeah. And that might be why, because they got BYU.
Utah
they don't need anything
Utes
else.
do very well.
Yeah. The Utah's actually
So
Utah is in Salt Lake City.
So you don't mind that? You like my little golf?
I mean, mine's better, but yours is good.
Oh man, I feel like I would go more non-NFL division names then. Like I would call that like the golf division or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
You're going back to not quite like the old hockey divisions, but kind of more that ballpark, right? Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Geographic, but still. All right, my next team, my 4th team, it's Baltimore. I know you don't like them. I got a soft spot for the Ravens. I can't explain it.
They're relocated Ohio.
I know, but I like them better than Ohio.
Sure.
Right.
But damn.
Had a soft spot for the Ravens ever since I got over the whole move, right? So
the only thing I can say about the Ravens that I liked in the past was Ed Reed.
Well, Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Post Ed Reed, I think the only thing I can say I like is Kyle Hamilton.
Lamar and Derrick Henry and Kyle Hamilton. So there you go.
I think that's the Jonathan Ogden. That's my favorite Raven of all time. Damn.
Right, and he was an early Raven.
Yeah,
he was pulling them out of the doldrums. And look, I will never. I guess I'm not gonna say get over, but I will never be speaking positively about a team that leaves a city, because that's the ultimate cop out for me.
Yep.
Oklahoma City Thunder left Seattle because he got tough.
Cleveland, they erupted.
Oh yeah, well Cleveland. The funny thing is maybe if you would have
can you
done
hold that against them?
Hold it what against Cleveland?
No, just for them like ripping out the seats of the stadium in the last game and chucking them and
no, that sounds like a very Ohio reaction to things.
But dude, I feel like almost. I can't really hold it against them. I would be very upset too.
The same passion those fans brought to the game, they brought to
like
try
that's
to tear
all they
up the
had, man.
Well, they got the Indians, or now the Guardians, who suck. No, they don't suck right now, but they did back in the 90s.
No, but I guess I'm talking about like the Cleveland has like their sports teams, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Canton's
Hall of Fame, sure.
I was thinking the Football Hall of Fame. But that
Canton's
too.
still like an hour outside of Cleveland.
Like, what do they have?
Well, no, it's the same thing. They say the same thing about Michigan. Like it's you're on the river, you're on the lake rather. You got a river. No. Yeah, it's definitely something for them to be passionate about, hence why they did that. That being said, still like the Ravens. Don't ask me why.
That's your third?
No,
or fourth.
Fourth.
Still too high.
Probably.
Like they're in my bottom 8. They'd be they'd be bottom 8 team for me probably.
There's a cliff for me.
You have a lot of teams in your top.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a cliff for me between the top 3 and everybody else. Okay? That's where the big drop off hits for me. And I could have easily put 4 or 5 other ones in there.
I wouldn't call it a big drop off. My drop off, like I have a clear cut. My top 4 are set in stone.
Sure.
After that, things could maybe change.
Right. My top 3 are locked in. The rest of them are subject to change. Yeah. So we'll see if Baltimore continues to screw up and not get Lamar a championship, right? Because again, as I put in when we did I don't remember exactly who I mashed them with on my my World Cup thing, but I mean they absolutely were a team that I pointed out was one of those countries that was like good but could never finish or would find ways to screw it up, because that's Baltimore. Now, in the division, though, the division I think makes sense from a geographical standpoint at least, because I got Baltimore and Washington together, because they're like 60 miles apart. So that's kind of fun, having them throw down around the nation.
And I think in one of my early non-final ones, I had them together.
Sure. Well, then I've also got, because again, those guys are kind of mid-Atlantic, and unless you want to pull...
You're getting away from the north, south, east, west too, aren't you?
Unless you want to pull Philly and stuff like that in, which I didn't because they're in a different division, I ended up going a little south with that. I grabbed Carolina and Atlanta. So Atlanta, Carolina, Washington, Baltimore. So we've got 2 states that are right next to each other, 2 states that are right next to each other, 2 areas that are right next to each other. So not necessarily historically the same, right? I mean, there's two from one division and then two are just close to each other. But I think that the rivalry between DC and Baltimore definitely could slap, right? Could be a lot of fun. And then, again, the same thing with both Carolina and Atlanta. They're close enough to each other, and Georgia. I think that could work.
You know what I wanted to do?
What's that?
I was thinking, maybe it's just because of, what was it, last year? Was it last year? When I went to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where I spent some of it in Tennessee and some of it in Carolina. I was like, dude, like, I kind of wanted to keep those states as rivals, and I didn't.
Yeah, the border.
I didn't, did I? No, I didn't.
No, the border between Tennessee and Carolina is only a line. Like, you're not going to see a difference walking from one side to the other. It's up in the mountains.
So, like, I went into it thinking that was 2 hours. I was going to put together.
Right, I can believe that.
But I didn't because I couldn't split up Jacksonville and Carolina. It was just too much fun.
Sure, I believe
you. All right. End to take. On to Team 3. Team 3, the Raiders.
The Raiders, number 3 for you. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
I believe that.
Come on now. That's locked.
Yeah,
well, they said the top 4 are locked.
Right.
Bucks are never changing at 4 either.
Basically, this is, by the way, for anybody who wonders, he likes Rebels and Pirates.
Well, it's also because I think they have the 2 coolest uniforms in the NFL.
Well, we've talked about that. We'll have to
I
do a
love the
refresh
black
at some
and silver,
point,
and I love the creamsicles, and that's why Tampa. Well,
but Tampa because they did the pewter
if they
and
brought
stuff.
the creamsicles back as a primary, would they leapfrog the Raiders?
That'd be an interesting conversation.
Oof.
But they won't do it, so you don't have to worry about it.
Either way, they're both locked in the 3-4 spot.
All right.
That's all I'll say. Okay, so the Raiders destroyed me. They did. They absolutely destroyed me. Because I wanted to keep KC there, because I personally view KC as the biggest Raider rivalry, in my opinion. And I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Yeah, I understand.
Because I did try to factor in geography a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have, because that's out the damn window when we're going to start flying to other continents.
Right.
Okay? But I did on this one. So that broke my heart.
Sure.
Right? And then it's like, where do you go after that? I knew I was going to keep Arizona in there.
Okay.
Because based on them being in Vegas and not Cali now, I felt like Arizona could be like the new, like right there, like boom.
It's almost a drive.
So I was like, Raiders and Arizona are going to stay there.
Sure.
But then that's where I got my super salty vibes again, and I did the same thing you did, Dan.
Oh yeah.
I put SoFi together.
Okay. Yeah, and that's because
I put Rams Chargers in there. Like,
that's
dude,
a triangle
not only
of
are
death
you in
that
the
you got
same
going on
state, you're in the same stadium, and that's selfish. I'm
Sure.
mad about it. So
I get it.
Yeah,
I very much get it.
I got Raiders, Cardinals, SoFi.
That works because again, those are all. That's pretty
like the
compact
closest. Like
zone.
yeah.
Well, it's not the closest, but it's right in there.
No, of any of my divisions.
Of any of yours, yeah.
That might be the most tightly packed.
That makes
division
sense.
have.
I'm on board with that division. Like I'd be willing to concede that and mix up some of mine to make that one happen because that's again because I've done the drive. I'm not to San Diego, but still the drive from LA to Vegas. Vegas LA is very standard. Like that's the thing people do in a weekend.
I don't anticipate myself ever going to Cali.
Well,
maybe Northern Cali.
you I think you'd like some of the like Joshua Tree in Southern Cal. You'd probably be fun with that as long as you're in like the winter when it's not stupid hot out. And then again, Northern California, you'd love Northern California.
I don't ever envision myself going to L.A.
Yeah, there will be a day when
or New York. The only big city that I haven't been to that I do want to go to is Boston. That's it.
Sure. We're going to have a lot of fun with this.
And I only want to do it on St. Patty's Day.
Oh, fair. We're going to have a lot of fun with this in the future when we actually, people care about this show and we get to go and do fun things. And we're going to have
You're going to make me go to L.A.?
I'm going to document the crap out of that. Like, there's these two. I don't know if you've watched. I don't know how you don't do Instagram stuff like that.
I'm taking all these with me when we do.
You don't do Instagram stuff like that, but there's these two dudes, Josh and Jace, that are like England, right? They're English dudes who love America. So they travel around America. They were in Michigan in like February, and people went nuts about them because they were experiencing Michigan winter. Apparently, they're coming back in a week or two to experience Michigan summer.
Dude.
But my point is, I want to experience JP in the city. I think that could be a whole subculture thing. It'd be great. You would hate so much of it, and I'd love all of it. Yeah. I'm not a fan of LA either. I just want to point that out. But I would love documenting you being irritated with big cities. I think that needs to happen.
LA and New York would kill me.
I like New York better than LA.
I've been to Chicago a lot because that's the fantasy league, but I can tolerate it because anytime I start to freak out because I'm annoyed, I just walk into Lou Malnati's.
Yeah, you're right.
I eat some pizza and I'm fine.
Well, hey, look, New York would tell you that their pizza's better.
It's not.
I know, but they're going to tell you that.
It's good. It's not better.
Yeah, well, in LA, I don't know what you're going to do. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Me either.
My third team, it's your second team. It's the New England Patriots.
Hater.
Loved them. I liked them before Tommy.
I loved them. I love what I did with this division.
Well, here's what I did with the New England Patriots, right?
Hit me with it.
So I decided to keep it compact. And I decided to keep it all up in the north because Miami is silly, right, to have in there. So it's New England.
You got all New Jersey in there.
I got New England, I got Buffalo,
and
I've got New Jersey and New Jersey. So the Jets and the Giants. The Jets, Giants, Bills, Patriots. That works, man.
I almost
did that. Only reason,
I had that the same in one.
The mileage is short. The commute isn't because you're going to be stuck in New York traffic. But that's a pretty fun, compact little space where they can all just throw down and go to each other's stadiums.
Like how we said New York traffic, and there's no New York in there.
Well, no. If you got to go through New York to get to New Jersey.
Oh, I guess you do.
Yeah. And if you're smart, you'll go all the way around into around the whole city
New
and
York
cut through.
City is what I was thinking.
If you cut all the way around New York City and go right into Jersey, that'd probably be the way to go. Because apparently, even the World Cup final that will somehow, because it's close to New York, be held at New Jersey, New York Stadium because you can't have marketing. You've got to spend $100 to get there. So yeah, we're gonna have to drive around it anyways. But yeah, that division makes sense to me because it's compact. It puts, again, the two teams in the same stadium in the same division. Let's let them throw down twice a year and not have to worry about it.
That's the end of the Russels.
That one was surprisingly easy to drink for something to 60%.
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
When you get up to that number, especially for people who don't drink bourbon that much, they'll be put off by that proof. But
it's so good.
It's surprisingly easy. There wasn't a ton of bite to that one. The earth made me happy, man.
Are we on the last two
teams? We are on to the last
one.
The last two teams and the last bourbon we're drinking for this time. So give me
this
a little blow by blow here.
The Wild Turkey Beacon. I think it's unanimously.
By the bourbon people.
By all bourbon people. The best Master's Keep of the 10? 11?
Oh, wow,
10 or 11?
All right.
It's either 10 or 11 batches they did, and then they ended this line, and now it's like the gold foil line, I think is what they're doing.
All right. That'd be a heck of a throwdown.
And this is the first one that was like up there in the proof. So this is...
I guess what, 120?
118.
Okay, gotcha. So about the same as the Russells.
Yep. So we're at 59%er.
Okay.
I've had 2 pours of this.
Nice. Yeah.
That's good.
Like you said, I've had 2 pours. Because you liked that first pour so much you had to have a second one.
Yeah. It's like before it changes, I need to
look,
sip that again.
We'll see what the third one... And you mentioned
dare
that.
I say this?
Uh-oh.
This is the coolest bottle in all of bourbon.
For those of you who can't see because how far away it is, maybe zoom in, but there's just wonderful artistry of a turkey.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd say that statement.
It's like 3D.
Right, it's etched in the bottle. Yeah.
And then also, like, I'm a big cork guy. This cork is
legit.
Wood with like this copper brass top and bottom.
Yeah, I like that, man. That's solid, isn't it? Yeah, this is the kind of thing like when I had the first time I ever grabbed Stolia Lit, like I felt like you'd throw it through the window and it was mostly metal. But this is wood with copper with cork. That's well done.
And
Good work,
don't quote me on this either,
Good
but
work, Wild Turkey.
I'm pretty sure the wood that's in this they take from their barrels that they like DQ. They're not going to use a barrel anymore.
Yeah, use it for something.
This.
I like it.
This wood, I think, aged bourbon before.
There you go. And so now you got it in aged bourbon. That's delightful. I like it. All right. So and again, this is another one that. How much does this guy go for usually, roughly? It's over $100, right?
It's like 4.
Okay, right. Which you found it a little cheaper than that, right? Or not for this one?
Well, I think those are MSRP.
Okay. Whoops. We won't tell your wife. It's fine. It's got a good nose, though. Yeah, it's fun when you start talking about again.
No, I think
reminder for everybody. You can
I think I'm off on this one.
You can drink a $60 bourbon and be just as happy.
Either way, whatever they are, I forget. I paid MSRP for both of these, surprisingly.
We'll have to look that up.
This one, no. Shit.
Whoops. Well, cheers to MSRP and to the Wild Turkey boys getting it done. The place I used to run when I was living in New Zealand, we used Wild Turkey 8 years, our like rail bourbon. We didn't get up in this level, but apparently you're happy about this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think that's my favorite one out of all of them. I almost get like a black licorice.
A tiny bit of that.
No.
But not really for me.
It's almost like a sassafras or whatever the
Sassafras?
What is it?
Sarsaparilla, sassafras? What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Sure.
Oh, it's changing so much. I got a red fruit in there. I got tons of oak.
Right.
I got like this is one that I think I'm hitting like 5 or 6 different notes for sure.
You know, this guy's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I will say this, you and Josh are both, as much as we like to joke, are very good at picking out notes in bourbons. I'm still getting better at that. I can pick out notes in wine like nobody's business. Pick out notes in a beer, piece of cake. I think my palate's still getting used to the heat on all this stuff. And so it's a little harder for me to nuance.
This thing tastes like candy.
It does, though, to an extent. Yeah. But, like, you know, not like it's like the kind of candy that, you know, your grandparents give you.
Yeah. The best kind. Dude, I was that kid that, like, followed around. Like, my mom ran a bakery.
Right.
The sweetest things you could never make. Never wanted any of it. But I'd follow my grandpa around and beg for a Werther's.
You're
like the old man candy.
Yeah, well, you've been an old man for a long time.
Yep,
so
apparently.
Your hair agreed with that right away.
Well, it's too hot for hair, Dan.
Also true. I'll give you that, man. I don't like sweating. All right. So this is... Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to this again. We'll come back to this at the end. Let's do our last 2 divisions.
Well, we're going to have to rank those at the end.
Sure.
I'm assuming. I think that's my favorite, though.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. So who did you... Is it me first?
We got the last 2.
All right. Well, 2. You know my second favorite team is Patriots.
Right. So, again, I had New England, Buffalo, and the 2 New Yorks. What did you do?
So, I have, obviously, New England.
Right.
But I did do both New Jerseys.
Nice.
So I have them both in there. Because there's no way I'm cutting out the Jets in New England.
Right, that's too much fun.
The Jets are my second least favorite team, just because
the butt
of the
fumble,
rivalries.
everything.
Packers, Jets, can't be bothered by it.
Exactly.
Wasn't going to split that up. Then my selfishness also was like, same thing as SoFi.
Okay.
I'm not splitting up MetLife.
Right.
I'm just not going to do it. Also, there's still kind of, at least for me, a rivalry there from them ruining the perfect season.
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, that just fits.
Right.
So who's team 4?
Well, I mean, I put Buffalo in. Who'd you do?
Buffalo was never even in consideration
Did you put
for
Philly
me.
in there?
Philly was the one I told you that I was flirting with putting them in New England's division. I didn't. They were the runner-up. They were the runner-up to be in there.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to think of who you haven't said. Did you say Baltimore?
Nope.
Then, yeah, I'm not sure where you're going with this one. Pittsburgh?
I basically pulled a Josh card. I kind of went political. It seemed fun.
What'd you do?
Why not put Washington in there?
Oh, all right. There you go. Yeah, sure.
The Patriots and then the capital city.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I don't know.
Mine's better, but sure. I understand.
No, I don't think so.
But I want to point out,
and you know why? You know why?
Both of us kind of had Washington as like a afterthought. We didn't know where to put them.
Correct.
All right.
But the reason why I didn't put Buffalo in there is because the goal for me was for my top 2 teams, Lions, Patriots, I wanted 3 teams that I hate.
All right, fair.
I didn't want a team that I'm like okay with in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why some of the other divisions, like you'll see like probably 2 teams I'm okay with in each one of those divisions. But the top 2, I'm like, can't have it.
Yeah, right, fair.
I just can't have it. No, obviously I don't like Philly either.
Sure.
So it was between Washington and Philly the whole time. Could not have Buffalo there because I don't mind Buffalo.
Right. Yeah.
Like I kind of like
Buffalo's
Buffalo.
kind of in that next tier of teams after the top 8. They could jump into the top 8.
They could be top 8.
They might be a top 8 actually.
They
just didn't work
contender.
geographically
like,
for me.
My 8 seed was all between Denver, Seattle, San Fran, and Buffalo. Really, maybe even Carolina.
Well, Buffalo, here the reason why is like Buffalo and Detroit, both from geography, from weather patterns, from unlucky franchise, we got a soft spot for Buffalo.
Plus, the previous owner was from Detroit.
Right, all that. Wrap all that together, we appreciate Buffalo. Yeah. Number 2 team for me, though, Chicago Bears.
We need to get past this, everybody.
All right. No, that's
I'm curious who you have in the division,
that was tough for me, right? Because the division they have right now...
Because you had to split Detroit and Chicago based on our rules.
Because let's be honest, the North works. The NFC North works as a division, right? Those 4 teams-ish. I mean, Minnesota's sort of off to the side. But they work pretty well together, right? All things considered. So I had to split the 2 of them up. So what I ended up doing, because I had to think, what do I want more? Do I want the Lions with the Packers, or do I want the Bears with the Packers? Because both of those are solid rivalries. If you talk to either Lions or Bears fans...
They're the most hated team.
If you talk to either Lions or Bears fans, they will say that the Packers are the biggest
But
rival.
I think nationwide, Bears-Packers are considered a bigger rivalry because the Lions have sucked for so long.
Potentially. You know what? I don't care about that.
Oh, okay.
So I've got the Bears and the Vikings together, and I've also got Kansas City and Denver together.
In that whole...
That's that division. Chicago, Denver, Kansas City, Minnesota. Basically, the Midwest going at it with some mountains in the background.
I don't hate it because I can totally root for Denver.
Exactly. Well, that's my thing. I would root for Chicago and Denver.
Or Minnesota.
I would root for... It would be Chicago, Denver, Minnesota,
would I hate
Kansas
more
City.
Between Chicago and Kansas City?
Kansas City, for me, obviously.
Chicago, I'd hate most.
Yeah.
All right.
When I was a kid, I remember...
don't hate that division.
Well, here's the thing, though. I distinctly remember, you talk about, like, random memories. Because, again, when you get older, you don't necessarily... There's more stuff in your brain. One of the things that sticks for me...
Real quick.
Go ahead.
It's curious that we both kept Denver and KC together.
Yeah, I like that. And neither of us necessarily wanted to because we wanted to do the KC Vegas thing, right? Yeah. But when I was a kid, I'm talking, like, 90s, right? When I was, I don't know, probably 10, 12, somewhere in that ballpark. We had family friends that moved from Michigan to the Denver area. I think they were in not Boulder, one of the suburbs around Denver. And I distinctly remember the friend of mine, like childhood friend, we went to probably preschool, elementary school together, whatever. We were dancing around about how Kansas City made the playoffs over Denver. And that was me as a kid. Probably when Joe Montana still played for them, so like 94 or whatever.
Holy moly, I wouldn't even remember that.
Exactly, that's my point. This is like weird thing that pops out of us dancing around singing, "Here Goes Casey" down playoff lane like we were freaking doing the Santa Claus song.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Exactly, yeah, here comes Casey. Yeah, that was what we were doing.
Autry.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my point. It's like, so as a kid, I was influenced by my buddy, who loved Kansas City at the time. And again, Montana loved him, sure. So made the players then. But because, and I still maintain, I love Andy Reid as a coach. I just don't like Kansas City.
Facts.
So there you go. That's where we're at with that. Which is why I have no problem putting him in a division with one of my favorite teams.
I love the state of Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good. They're
and
not
I
going to be
love
Missouri much
Derek
longer.
Thomas. Man, he was one of my childhood
Derek Thomas
guys.
is always a baller. So the '90s Kansas City Chiefs with Derek Thomas, Montana for a bit,
Neil Smith,
but also the Nigerian Nightmare.
Yeah,
Christian Okoye.
My God,
so good. And if you are too young to know Christian Okoye, just go on Instagram. He's done some talks, like some interview pieces. Love everything that man has ever said. Just about. I can't say nothing. I haven't heard anything weird about him.
And he's so good on Tecmo Super Bowl.
Oh, jeez, he could just run people over.
Everybody talked about Barry and Bo as they should.
Yeah.
But Christian Okoye was fantastic.
Well, it was different because he was different, though. Like, he wasn't faster, but you just couldn't tackle him.
No, he was just as fast, too. But he was like, everybody just went tink.
Exactly.
Tink.
Yeah.
Tink.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But yeah, so that's why I could put one of my favorite teams, Chicago, 9 years, but one of my least favorite teams right now, Kansas City. So it works out. And geographically still kind of makes sense.
I don't even need to look up the notes for the last one.
Well, we both know we've got the Lions.
It's the Lions.
Okay. And I haven't heard the Packers for you either.
Correct.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Everything you just said, you've talked to all the Lions fans, you've talked to all the Bears fans. Everybody's united in hating the Packers.
Right. Agreed.
So I didn't have to split the three up because the other two aren't one of my top 8 teams.
Sure.
So Lions, Packers, Bears.
Right.
Staying united.
I would have liked to have them stay united, but not by the parameters.
I think you're going to admit you like my division better than yours.
Who else is in there?
Especially because, I'm getting there. Especially considering, because I didn't have to split them. You didn't want to split them, so I already know you're going to like mine better.
Fair.
Minnesota, obviously, was the one that got kicked out. There's only one team I haven't talked about. And this is the premise of why I wanted to do this episode.
Okay.
Because as a sports fan, and all sports, especially college football, Ohio is the rivalry. So I kicked out Minnesota, and I got the Browns in there.
Sure. Yeah.
Tell me.
No, I like that better.
Tell me Detroit, Cleveland, Green Bay, Chicago. Chicago would then be my second favorite team in that division, in theory.
Yeah, fair.
Because it would have continued the Michigan-Ohio rivalry.
Right.
The only reason Cleveland's not more hated on my team list is, A, because they're irrelevant, kind of like we have always been. I feel sorry for them, and they're not a division rival. If you put them in the division, that changes everything.
And not to mention, this would make it easier for you to dislike both Cleveland and Chicago because both of them are trying to build domed stadiums in the cold.
Yes.
I mean, Detroit already has one, sure, but it's just you're wimping out, guys.
That was where it started for me.
Okay.
Cleveland should be... Ohio should be, well, not Cincinnati, but the core Ohio team should just always, because let's be honest, non-biased, they've pulled the nation for years. They did this back when you and I had met when we were bartending together.
Right.
And nationwide, unanimous, even over like from all sports. Michigan, Ohio State's the greatest rivalry. And then second was Yankees, Red Sox.
Sure.
But like just that Michigan, Ohio, it goes back to Toledo versus UP.
Yeah, when Michigan,
Like,
Michigan won the war.
That is just the greatest rivalry. So I think it's absolute shenanigans that there's not an Ohio team.
Well, because you have that in baseball, right? Because the Tigers and Cleveland are in that division.
Yeah.
I don't remember basketball if Detroit and Cleveland are in the same division, but they're at least in the same conference, you know. And again, football kind of misses it there.
It's just mistakes were made.
I'll give you that. So I didn't do that because I put Cleveland in with the Pennsylvania ones, which I think that also works, Ohio, Pennsylvania.
It does. It's not as well.
It's not the same, but it's still in the same ballpark. I could have definitely moved Cleveland over into this division. So the Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, I have together in division. Couldn't put Chicago in because obviously Chicago's one of the favorites, and that was the parameter here. But I agree with you. They should all be, those three, put a fourth in, whatever you want, but those three should always be in there. Now, if you talk to a Green Bay fan, they'll like having Minnesota in there too, because there's always that they border each other. Detroit is far enough removed from Minnesota to where it's like, all right, cool, they're there, but.
Right.
So I went Detroit, Green Bay, and then I had to come up with something else geographically that made sense, which couldn't be Chicago, and again, I already put Cleveland somewhere else. So I put Indy in here, because Indianapolis is not that far away. The problem is there's not a fourth that works, because St. Louis doesn't have a team anymore, right?
So you got Detroit, Green Bay, Indy,
and then because I wanted to keep some semblance of I guess rivalry for Indy, Tennessee's in there. So Indy, Tennessee from the south, which is funny in its own right, and then Detroit, Green Bay from the north to make the Midwest division. I don't know. The Great Lakes Plus division. I'm not really sure what to name it, but now that we know that we're going to have potentially two teams in Indiana, so we should probably just group them together too.
Fair. So I think I know the last question before we rank these for me. We'll see what you have. I was going to ask you what was your favorite thing that I did, but I think I already know. I think it's the Cleveland.
Yeah. You're right. You're putting Cleveland in the north, which you could do, and I couldn't.
My favorite thing, and I don't think you didn't do it. My favorite thing that you said you didn't do, I absolutely love the whole thought process of that, like Red River rivalry.
Right. Yeah, I came very close to doing that, and honestly,
like that is sweet.
The problem is I couldn't really swap. That was
KC
anybody.
Dallas. Is that what you're saying you're doing?
Yeah, maybe if I could maybe throw. If I threw Arizona in, Arizona just wouldn't work, and I have to do some real restructuring.
Wouldn't that be interesting if we redid this based on college rivalries?
Oh, we could have fun with that too.
That's kind of what we did. I just did that.
Let's write it down.
With the Lions and the Browns, and you were almost did it.
We may have to do that next summer, and we'll see. But let's go ahead.
That's fun.
Finishing off this guy, I don't know if I like it as much as you do. I like it, but I don't know if I like it as much as you do.
Yeah, you know what I noticed about you, though? I intentionally did this. I feel like whatever one we finish with, I think your tongue gets burnt out. Whatever one we finish with, you're not there as much. I don't know why. I feel like that.
No, I need to train my tongue more. I got to drink more bourbon.
You rank them and I'll rank them.
Oof, I think, and maybe it's biased, but the Colonel's probably one for me. These two are. This might be last, but by no means would it be last in almost any other throwdown.
Oh,
right?
These are big dogs. Yeah. These are all fantastic.
I think I'm doing it this way, where that guy's there.
I knew you were going to do earthy.
Like that. I like the earthy. So I'd probably go that way with it, but I don't feel good about it.
So, Dan, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Colonel, Russell, Kentucky, and JD. But again, that JD, I could try it again in a week, and JD might be second. Oh. All right. Okay. So you got the turkey, and then the Colonel.
I think I'm going turkey, Colonel, JD, Russell.
Which is funny, because the Russells is still really freaking good.
They're all awesome.
But someone's got to come in first, someone's got to come in last.
They're all so good.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. The only thing I would say to... God, I hate hearing those rattle.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is that could change from day to day, just based on what you're feeling at the moment.
Right.
The only regret I have is I almost kind of wish we would have done these blind.
Well, we thought about doing them blind.
Yeah, because we thought about it, but we wanted to be able to give the takes as we go. And if you're giving a take on yours, I'm going to take on mine. It could be the same. It could be different. It was messy.
Well, we'll do this blind another time when we don't have a show going on at the same time. So I hope you appreciated our little indulgence of both bourbon and ridiculousness of realignment. But hey, it looks like we may have to do one next year when we talk about the college. And we've got Bourbon Week coming up. We've got Bourbon and Beer Week coming up, where we're just going to focus. The shows are not going to really be football at all. Maybe 5 minutes of football, and the rest of it's going to be all spirits and beer and things like that. Because we've got some fun stuff coming up at the end of the month, where I'm going to be running off to Minnesota for a job, and so I'm going to swing through Iowa. I'm literally driving 2 hours out of my way to make sure that we get you some stuff from Iowa.
And you've been looking for an excuse to go to Top League Live, too.
There's not many excuses to get over.
I just happen
to
think
Iowa.
of a place that's not all that far out of the way if you're already going to Top League.
Exactly. The nice thing about Michigan is you got to kind of go down that way anyways to get anywhere, so it'll all work out. So we're going to hit you up with all kinds of different fun, random things for the next, 4 or 5 weeks before the college football season gets back together. Don't worry. Fantasy's not far off our minds either. What's your next time? Draft.